Hi, hello, welcome. I should have waited a second before that way I wasn't like you all weren't talking when I started talking. It's fine. We're just gonna roll with this. This is the intro now. Welcome to Dear PV, a podcast where I hopefully help you become a better speedrunner, but probably won't. I'm Corva May, but you can call me May or she or her.
I'm Swoos. You can call me SWC or he or they.
And joining us from New Donk City, it's Dangers.
Hey, that's me. Hi,
Welcome
what's
to our
going on?
show.
It's good to be here.
It's good to have you here. You can start whenever. There's a time trick I've been told at the beginning of this, so we gotta start. We gotta get going.
Yeah, that's right. So,
All right. Wait, does timing start now?
no, the timer. Well, I started my timer off the screen, but I'll count you down from 3 when I'm actually going to go.
Oops, I just hit. Oh, I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. Here we go.
Doing great.
I'm crushing it right now.
You got time, don't worry.
The suspense is killing me. Oh my god.
It's honestly a pretty interesting little trick. It's like the kind of thing you would expect in Animal Crossing. You know what I mean? Also, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and I'm going to start now.
Oh,
That's okay. If there's an
I
extra
thought
second.
you were gonna start on 0.
I know the way the timer works, it goes 0 and then like -0, +0. You know? What I mean?
Yeah.
Right,
that makes
right.
sense.
It
I
is
was
what it
not.
is.
I was not prepared.
You
That's
say
okay.
0 at 0.9.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
not prepared. Welcome to our podcast.
Yeah.
Talk a bit about yourself so people know who you are in case they
Sure.
don't.
Yeah, my name is Dangerous. I have kind of been known to speedrun Mario games. I started speedrunning Super Mario Odyssey in 2018 on Twitch, and I think that's kind of what people know me for, but I've actually been speedrunning for a very, very long time before that. So speedrunning has been a pretty integral part of me growing up and enjoying Mario games in general. So
Is this your favorite one?
It's hard to say. I think that, I think there's 2 different brands of Mario games. There's 2D and 3D, and this is definitely my favorite 3D Mario game, but I wouldn't say it's my favorite Mario game overall. That still kind of lives with Super Mario World. So,
Very understandable.
It's a good game, that Super Mario. I don't think people really say it much. I feel like that game is maybe underrated, but I think it's good. I think
That
it's good.
Super Mario sure can world.
Yeah.
yes, you sure can. And I don't know about underrated. It's tough to say because in the communities that play 2D Mario games, like, it's very well respected, and there's lots of ROM hacks.
No, I'm being fully sarcastic.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I would say that game is rated.
It is well rated. It is a good game.
It is appropriately rated. It is quite good. Probably is the best Mario.
In my opinion, yeah. I think if you
Best
do
Mario.
pick a 2D Mario, you're going to be torn between Super Mario Brothers 3 or Super Mario World.
Yeah. But I just feel like World overall is like, I mean, it has the advantage of being on the SNES and just
Yeah, it's just a little bit more polished. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like we go through different generations in video gaming, and the 2D generation hit its apex at the Super Nintendo, right? So it's kind of hard to, it's kind of hard to look beyond that and be like, oh, well, of course an older game is better. It's not like, I don't think so. You know what I mean? Super Mario World was just like the peak of Mario 2D, and then they transitioned into 3D, and there was a bit of like an awkward teenage phase with Super Mario 64. Like, a lot of people will say that Super Mario 64 is the best Mario game, but those people haven't played Mario 64 in a long time because
It's true.
it didn't age well. I'll tell you that.
I think the DS one is still pretty good.
I think it holds up. Yeah, I think they
It
fixed a
holds up.
lot of the issues especially with the camera.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But then at the same time, you have the problem of a 3D game on a D-pad, which is
A bit
Yeah.
not
interesting.
fun.
Yeah.
Now, if you play it on an emulator with a controller,
Or like a 3DS with the circle pad.
That's true. You can do that.
wait, does that
Either
work?
are good options. I'm pretty sure it does, yeah.
Yeah, 3DS
Really?
is backwards compatible, so
Yeah, but the circle. Oh, wait. Sorry, I was thinking the little second pad on the
Oh,
like
a
dual
little C-stick.
joysticking. I'm like, oh yeah, no, you can do the
Yeah.
Yes, the circle pad definitely works. I was not thinking that through. I was like, there's no way in Super Mario 64 DS they like predicted that they would eventually have a version of a DS that has 2 sticks. That's unreal.
Whoa.
And the reason why is because they didn't do that.
That's like some George Lucas type stuff, you know.
In 35 years, I will close this plot hole.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm jealous of this game's ability to let you skip cutscenes as a Pokemon
Yes.
runner.
Oh
Imagine
goodness,
that.
yes. This game
I
would
just
be.
didn't think the technology was there. And
Yeah.
here I am learning that it's been there the whole time. So
Yeah,
it's a bit
this
rough
game
for
would
me,
be.
but you know.
This game would be very, very different. Probably not nearly as popular if you couldn't skip the cutscenes, because there are a lot of them in this game.
They are
This
very
game,
long.
yeah. But you never know. Again, Pokemon's popular, and you can't skip the cutscenes in that.
Yeah,
I don't know
but
why it's popular, and yet.
I guess like I've always seen, you know, people are into speedrunning for different reasons. I think that's a pretty safe statement to say, right? And I think that
Hot
different.
take.
Yeah, it's a hot, steaming hot take. Cancel me on Twitter for that one. But like, it depends on the kind of game, like the reason that you might be into speedrunning. And I think that Pokemon has a very different draw than Mario does when it comes to that regard.
Oh, for sure, yeah. And personally, I don't know. I play Pokemon mainly for the precision platforming of it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm sure.
That's what
Yeah.
I figured. Yeah, and I play
I'm
Mario
here
for the
yeah.
RNG. So
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Is there RNG in this game? Surely,
very,
yes.
very, very little. In the 80% run, there is just the Mecha Wiggler fight. The second phase of it has a handful of different patterns that you can encounter, but none of them are so bad that you will like risk losing that much time, like maybe a couple seconds. And sometimes like the AI involving enemy directions and stuff like that will change between runs. Like sometimes a Goomba will turn left instead of turning right. Um,
Whoa.
Right, exactly. So, not a huge amount of RNG. In some of the other categories, the RNG kind of plays a little bit more of a factor, especially with the fishing mini game that exists in this game. It's basically just a 50-50 shot whether Lakitu says yes or no, like this is a big fish for like collecting moons and stuff. So it usually doesn't affect very badly either, though. Like, I think if you get like a second or third bite, you're only losing like 2 to 4 seconds. But I have had runs where I've had like 17 in a row that have been no big bites, and then your run is just over. So, but that
That's
is
fun.
super, super, super rare.
I do love a good dead run to the worst RNG you've ever seen in your life.
Imagine that.
Yeah, no, I don't have to imagine it. Oh.
I did miss my cue, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly cheat
We're
in the video
gaming.
game.
Oh, this is the time moon.
Yeah, so I just planted a seed in town, and that seed is supposed to take 20 real-time minutes to grow, but I actually set my switch date to the day that daylight savings time happens. So I was supposed to like plant the seed, daylight savings time was supposed to happen, and then we would skip forward an hour, and then when we come out of that pipe then, or out of that little room, then the moon would be fully grown because the game thinks that an hour has gone by. So definitely like an Animal Crossing type trick that we got going on there.
That's
very,
something that like
very big fan of that trick.
Like makes a lot of sense, and in no way would I ever have thought of that.
Yeah, right. And it's so funny that like it's one of those things that like oh, I'm gonna miss this bird. It's one of those things that like makes perfect sense, but we just like never really conceived the idea and never really thought to try it until someone did, and it's like, wow. There's a lot of things like that in this game, I find. Like the fact that we play in Chinese is kind of funny. Because for the first year and a half of this game's life, we were playing in Japanese because we thought it was faster until someone decided to time it. And lo and behold, that was not the case.
Yeah, I always love when everyone just assumes that something's faster. Then at some point, or that something doesn't work, then somebody's just like, "Hey, I tried it and this works." Or my favorite one is when somebody's like, "Hey, is there a reason we don't do this?" And then everyone's just like, "No, that does seem better. We should probably do that."
I mean, yeah, we had something similar to that in Brawl. I mean, like there was a skip that we knew could have been possible, but it wasn't. And someone who's playing on PAL was like, "Hey, why haven't we been doing this?" And we're like, "Because it's not possible." And you're like, "Well, I just did it." It's like, huh. And it was found to be exclusive to PAL.
I see. That's really interesting.
I'm not as big of a fan of the region exclusive trick, I will
Yeah,
say.
unfortunate.
But like there's a trick we used in Sword and Shield, where if you like move the time forward, then the game knows that you move the time forward and it doesn't like trigger like time-based events.
Gotcha.
But if you're uh trying to search for a if you're like trying to search for a if you're not, you don't have to be connected to the internet, but if you're connected to like trying to connect locally or to the internet, then for some reason it works.
Hmm.
So you just like go into a raid den, you like start looking for a party, you hit the go to the home menu, hit the clock, and then go back in, and it works.
That's
And people have known
fascinating.
about that in Sword and Shield since like right when the game came out, or like people know about that forever. But then somebody tried it in Let's Go, like a YouTuber did it in Let's Go, and then we were all like, "Wait, why did we never try that? It's the same trick." We
Right,
just
and the game's
assumed, just
basically on the
nobody
same
thought to try
engine,
it.
so might as well. Yeah, do tricks that work in one game and then might work in the other game, and then the results may surprise you.
Yeah, right.
That's
That's
like when I
amazing.
found the fact that you can turn off music in BDSP and it skips all the jingles. People were like, "Okay, hold on, I'm gonna go try that in Sword and Shield." It does not work in Sword and Shield,
Oh, that's too bad.
Unfortunate.
but that makes sense. Different developer, different engine.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Different
a good point.
design methodology.
This is a podcast, by the way, where people send us in questions, and
Yeah.
then we impart onto you, our lovely listeners, our infinite wisdom. And by
Ooh,
infinite, I mean extremely finite.
Yeah. The wisdom of the three of us sitting here right now.
Exactly.
close enough to infinite.
And I'm gonna. Dear PB, how do you root or a game or category? What differences are there between rooting an existing category and a completely new one? From Kausabaloo.
I don't, and I wait for someone else to do
I mean, I was going to say something like that. It's like,
it.
it is not necessarily the responsibility of every single runner to figure out the routes, but there are some people who are more passionate about it than others, for sure.
Yeah, especially for bigger games, it is extremely easy to just crowdsource a route.
Yep.
Like it's like, oh hey, it's like you have like a basic route. Like all right, this probably works good enough. And then as time goes on, you get like a bunch of different people that are like, hey, what if we did this instead, or this looks faster, things like that.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly. I feel very spoiled to be a Super Mario Odyssey player for that reason. Because I think any mainline Mario game that's going to come along, Bowser's Fury, even though it was really small, I still remember, and even still to this day, there's like at least a dozen people who are still looking at that game and being like, "Oh, we can do stuff like this,"
yeah,
um, and like that's
Bowser's Fury
fascinating.
is so neat.
But yeah, Odyssey was like such a blow up, and like it's finally starting to taper in its popularity as a speed game. I'd say you could attribute that to a whole bunch of different things, probably, but um, the fact that it was the most popular speed game for so long really opens the door to having lots of discoveries and lots of different people looking at it and being passionate about like, well, what if we try this instead?
yeah.
Because there are definitely smaller games out there where like if you are going to want to get into it, like say you have like a childhood affinity for, I don't know, like a Looney Tunes game that's like really obscure on the Game Boy or something, like you're going to be the only one who really knows or is invested in that, and it's going to be completely up to you to figure it out.
Yeah, it definitely is difficult when you don't have other people to like check your work. Basically,
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I don't have too
It's
much
also just like,
experience routing, but I have before, and I still don't know if it's good, but it seems good, so that's good.
It's
routing.
Yeah.
yeah.
Just that the concept of it is good.
Well, no, like the route that I ended up making
Oh,
for.
okay. That makes more
Yes,
sense.
I do agree that routing a game is important. Thank you. um, yeah, the category that I routed is for it's a category extension for Out in Time, and the goal is to get a bunch of yarn. So it's basically you take a step back and it's like, all right, I need to get this many yarn. Where can I get it? and then from there you see what's fastest, and then
That's a show.
you kind of just wow, and then you kind of just optimize from there. And then you publish the route, and someone's like, "Wow, this seems really slow," and you're like, "Yeah, you're right. This is really slow," and then you change it. It's an
Yeah.
iterative process.
And like I said, I do feel kind of spoiled by Odyssey because there are so many eyes looking at it, and in the early days, it's just kind of people. Um, Usually, there's like a Discord server or somewhere where there's just like open discussion about like, well, what if we did this instead of this, or what if we did this? But then there comes a point where it settles. You know what I mean? Like there's kind of a general consensus that like, yeah, okay, this is the thing that we're doing, and this is the fastest, and we're just going to leave it at this for a while. But
Right.
then anything can really come along. Like it doesn't need to be that same group of people discussing it actively again. It can just be someone who like runs the category one day and is like, why do we do that?
Mhm.
Like, why don't we do this instead? I remember world peace is probably my favorite category in this game. And I was playing through Seaside one day, and we used to get like Captain Toad in Seaside Kingdom, which is like you have to like stand in front of him and like press A to talk to him, and then he has this dialogue, and then he gives you the moon after the dialogue is done. Like all that stuff. We used to do that, and I was like, well, what if we just like dipped into the water for a second and grabbed these ones instead? And I saved like 10 seconds just by suggesting that. So routing really is kind of like a just a collaborative and always evolving effort of the community, essentially.
Yeah.
Routing's good.
Yeah. It is in fact important to a game. And then you kind
Um,
of get the point of like after a while like your like course route is done basically. It's like you know where you need to go and like what you need to collect, and then from there you can just work on minor optimizations.
Exactly, yeah. And that never stops. If
Yeah,
you're a runner, that never ever ever ends.
for sure. It's like, all
Like,
right, we need to get this, but like what's a faster way to get this?
yes. Like
Also, sometimes you
even
just stumble upon stuff too.
Yeah, for
exactly,
sure.
yeah. Like even
Um,
in Super Mario 64, I was watching Simply, who's like one of the top 120 runners, right? And today he was practicing just like the simplest thing. It was like he was collecting the 8 red coins in the wet dry world. And just like the way he was collecting it was just like, I'm gonna, instead of doing a side flip here, I'm gonna like run Mario in a circle after breaking this box instead, and it saves like 0.4 seconds or something like that. Like that,
that's
Mario
significant
64,
for that
yeah,
game.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
It's huge. And Mario 64 is what, like almost 30 years old, and
right.
still just like little things like that are happening all the time.
Oh man, that game is almost 30 years old.
Ugh.
Oh jeez. Yeah, like it's like it happens a lot in like RNG games too, where like you get some sort of new pattern or fight or whatever, and you're like, oh, wait, I guess I do this in this situation. That seems better. Like I did that the other day, with Oras, where I just like did a fight wrong because I like wasn't paying attention, and I was like, wait, that's totally better. Or like at the very least, it's like, or it's like almost always better, and you should probably do it. And I like posted it in the Discord, and then people were like, oh. It was a mix of people being like, "Oh yeah, no, yeah, I've been doing that," and I was like, "Well, why didn't you say something?"
Right.
And people being like, "Oh yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, we should probably just do that, huh?"
Speedrunning's hard.
Speedrunning is hard. That's why we're here to make it harder.
Yes. Wrong answers only.
Yeah. What? All right. What should you do when you find a new something that might be contribute to the route? Wrong answers only.
Oh, you hide
Hide it
it, and
from
then you
everybody
get a
else.
world record with it, and then never tell, and then don't post your world record, then never tell anyone the strats that
No,
you
no, no,
used.
no. Incorrect. You don't post your world record until somebody else gets a world record.
True, true, true.
And then you should be peak toxicity. 'Cause that's what gaming's about. Have you
Yeah,
seen League of Legends?
actually, nice run, but I've already done one faster.
God.
Yeah, you can be a Reddit troll that's like, yeah, I actually have a 56 in this game. Get good.
Yeah,
Well,
I
I
got a
just didn't post the
56 in
video.
like early 2018, pretty easy.
Yeah.
There's a game I've been learning that just came out, and somebody had put like a bounty on the top time after like a month or whatever. And so as a result, just people aren't talking about stuff. And It's lame. I don't
It
care for
is.
it. That's my hot take. I think it's lame.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm willing to say it. You know what? Somebody has to.
Hot
I
take.
think strat hiding's lame.
How could you? I hide all of my strats from
Wow.
myself as well because I don't know how to do them.
Okay, no, I respect that.
That's the other
Oh.
interesting thing about like I with speedrunning, like even if you were to do that, there's no benefit to it because I don't know, like people can watch you do it. Like if you want to take advantage of it to be like a better leaderboard spot or whatever, like people are going to see you do that and then they're going to learn how to do it anyway.
Right, yeah.
Like
A
it's
lot
very
of
this
very
case, it's-
rare that like you're going to do something that's not going to be replicable like by somebody else just by watching it, especially if they're like really keen on the game.
Well, in this case, it's like nobody, like there's nothing on the boards because people just aren't submitting yet. You know, because
right.
it's not.
It's like a leaderboard embargo or something.
It's not like it's not actually a board embargo, but it's people not wanting to submit until the last minute because of the whole competition thing.
That makes sense, yeah.
Makes sense, yeah.
And it's lame because I met me like in the Discord being like, "Hey, is there any resources for anything?
No.
Hello,
Okay.
help, help me!"
It seems easy. Just do the strats well.
Oh,
Yeah, just play the game really good.
Obviously.
What's the problem?
What I was doing is I was playing the game badly. That's my mistake. I hate. You know what? Video games are so confusing. I always make mistakes like that.
Makes sense.
Yeah. No, it's easy because I watch speedrunners and I go, "Oh, the trick is to play badly. That's why they're so good."
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Always call your run bad.
That is true.
That is a strat for sure.
Well, that's what. There's two types of world record. There's terrible run, will beat soon, and there's peak of human performance. Not sure if this is if how much improvement's really left.
This
Yeah,
is
true.
Yeah, it's will beat soon 6 years ago.
I do love will beat will beat soon 6 years ago. Even if it's like I've like sometimes looked at old PBs of mine for games that don't run anymore, and it's just like terrible run. Excited to see where this goes. And I was
I've
like,
done that
apparently
before.
never running it again.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's like, wow, this was alright, but I can probably beat it soon. 5.5
Nope.
years ago. Okay,
Yeah.
well, at one
Famous
point.
last words.
Yeah. Speedrunning's hard.
Speedrunning is hard.
What's the best speedrun?
The
Wrong
best
answers
speed
only.
run.
Answers only.
Right. Answers only. Okay. The best speedrun is Pokemon and Alpha Sapphire.
Oh. So this is wrong answers only.
Wow. I mean, that depends, right? Because in what context the best? There's a lot of different ways you can judge something as the best.
Yeah.
Are you gonna give an answer to that, or
No, I don't have an answer.
That's it.
All
The,
right.
the best
That's all.
the best speed game is one you haven't run yet. Got him. Therefore,
best
there is no answer.
speed game is yesterday, and the second best speed game is today?
Very insightful. Very,
Uh-huh.
very
Yeah,
inspirational.
Inspiring.
That's going to be
Yeah.
on like one of those motivational posters in a classroom one day.
It's on my speed run quote a day calendar.
Speedrun University.
That'd be like really funny.
Is that gonna be in your like official merch store? Is a
I
speedrun
wish.
quote calendar a day type beat?
And we just take a bunch of like adages and then barely make them speedrun related in ways that are huge stretches.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm,
I don't even know how you get one of those made. I feel like I'd have to like talk to a publisher. I don't think we have the market share for that on this podcast.
what if we had our own calendar?
What if we had our own calendar? If you would buy a Dear PB quote of the day yearly calendar, let us know in the comments. In the comments.
Yes, by commenting.
What are some more speedrun words of wisdom we can share with the people?
I feel like there's a lot of like really inspirational quotes out there that you could just change a word in, and then
True.
Inspirational quotes.
like you miss 100% of the runs you don't finish or something. You know what I mean?
100 inspirational quotes to keep you inspired in 2022. When you have a run, you have got to grab it and never let it go.
Yeah.
Runs have got all those twists and turns. You've got to hold on tight and off you go. That's almost the same as the first one.
Yeah.
All of the quotes are just telling you not to let go of things.
Keep your face always towards Super Mario Sunshine, and Shadow the Hedgehog will fall behind you.
True.
That's actually what my father used to say.
No way, same.
The pessimist sees a dead run in every PB. The optimist sees a PB in every dead run.
Dang.
Winston Churchill said that.
He definitely
I just
did.
want another Churchill one, which is resets are not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to start another run that counts.
I love that. I like unironically love that.
You are never too old to run Super Mario 64 or to dream a new dream.
It's not true.
A genuine so there's a genuine quote actually. Samurai Man was the one who said it. That like whenever I feel like I've hit a roadblock in speedrunning, I just remind myself of his infinite wisdom, which is that all runs are bad. It's just that some runs are less bad than others.
True.
That is true.
That is
That is
something that
extremely
Samurai Man
true.
said, and that sticks with me. So
You don't always need a route. Sometimes you need to just breathe, trust, let go, and see what happens.
That
True.
is not true.
I
I feel like that won't end well if you do that, but you can try.
Resets? No, that doesn't work.
Resets are bad. Send tweet.
Resets are good. I love resetting.
Same. I love playing Cap and Cascade Kingdom just over and over and over for 5 hours, and then I end my stream. It feels so good.
Yeah.
The original quote here is work until your bank account looks like a phone number. Work until your run attempts look like a phone number.
What if my bank account
that's a lot of
like,
attempts.
What if my bank account looks like a government phone number? Is that okay? Like a three number one?
My bank account looks like an area code.
Life runs are like riding a bicycle. To
Really
keep
hard.
to keep your time safe, you must keep moving.
Some people are better at it than others.
I like that one. When it comes to luck, you make your own. Not true.
Definitely not true.
Extremely untrue.
There is no such thing as luck.
Some of these quotes they say bad words in them.
Whoa.
Yeah, they say words that would get me reprimanded on the GDQ stream.
Uh-oh.
So of course I would never say them. I'm not going to say them on this podcast. I don't want to do that to the impressionable ears of our young listeners.
Wherever they might be out there.
These quotes, these inspirational quotes are terrible. Some of them are okay, but a lot of them are really bad. You have to be where you are to get where you need to go. I guess. Like, that's not really saying a lot. I don't know.
No, I agree with you there. It's like, to get across the room, you're going to have to walk across the room.
Thank you.
Real?
Sometimes the first step you take is with your feet.
What about other times?
What about other times? I don't know.
Unless you're feeling adventurous, and then sometimes you get there on your hands. And that is very
true.
impressive.
Whoa. The only journey is the one within. You can go on journeys elsewhere. I can
The
see
only
if it
journey was released for the PS4.
It's a PS3 game.
It was released for the PS3.
There we go.
I think I had it on Xbox 360.
All right, what does Goodreads have
Damn.
here?
I'm on Shopify. I did not know Shopify
I was on
had
that
a
one.
whole
I
motivational
skipped
quote
that one.
page. Oh, I clicked it.
All right, I do like this one, which is we are all in the gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars. Fucking rude.
All runs are bad, but some
That one-
yeah, all
some of
runs
them
are
are
bad.
good.
Some are
That
better
co-
than others.
That one's really good. I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 runs that didn't PB.
That's true.
All right, I think we have to move on from these.
Okay.
Dear PB, how long is your shortest run?
How long is my shortest run?
What
How
was my
long is your shortest run?
Oh boy. I mean, I've run a lot of Mario games, so I guess my shortest run is probably... Well, actually, my shortest run isn't a Mario game at all, now that I think about it. The shortest run I ever did was Untitled Goose Game.
Hell yeah, I did that game.
Any
But,
percent
like,
for that game
not
is...
80%.
Yeah, any percent for that game is really, really busted. You basically just like you hold onto objects and they clip you through walls. You go right to the end, and then you use the bell that you're supposed to collect. Well, spoiler alert, to just clip back, and then you're done. And I think I got that done in like 2 minutes and 52 seconds or something like that. So there you go.
Yeah, it's a very fast game. I think the shortest run that I put effort into was Refunked, and that was less than 3 minutes.
I've done some like sub 10-minute category extension stuff. I think that's probably it. I don't run super short games really. So did you run a Yoshi level?
I have not run that.
Do you want to explain a Yoshi level?
It's a Hat in Time modded level where it spawns you on the timepiece, and every run of it is 0 seconds and 0 milliseconds.
It's kind of like Barney's hide and seek adventure, but a little bit more active.
Yeah, except 0 seconds long.
Exactly, there's a little bit more gameplay in it.
Yeah, so of course, I'm pretty sure there's a leaderboard for it, because of course there is, and I think you're required to do 1 millisecond because SRC doesn't support 0.
Uh-huh.
I know, it's shame on
Unfortunate.
SRC. This is a call out.
Allows
your
0
website.
seconds.
Very important for this particular thing and basically nothing else.
Yeah,
listen,
just for the memes. Do it for the memes.
Exactly. The memes are important, okay? We're here for the memes.
I love memes.
All right, what time are you going to get on this?
On the
race.
None, because that's not in this category.
Yeah.
That's not an 80%, that's in World Peace.
That's
Yeah.
just World
Yep.
Peace, unfortunately. Yep.
Wow. Doesn't even know the category.
Oh, I don't know anything.
Speaking of World Peace, done recently,
Yeah.
if you didn't watch our Hotfix show from last week, you should. It was good. We found out that
good.
Danders knows too much about cooking.
Oh my
lot.
lord. Please, I swear we didn't plan this.
I was like, well, I kind of had like a vague idea. You said soup or Mario or salad, and I was like, okay, so it's gonna be food related, right? Like I'm gonna
Food-related.
crush this.
And then he studied.
I didn't even need to. I'd like food was what I did before I was a streamer. I was a cook for 8 years. So
Of course.
and then of course the first
We
question rolls in and it's like, what is the most expensive spice by weight? And like it was like an automatic reflex. It's like, what's 1 + 1 for me? You know what I mean?
Just
It was
know
just like
that, yeah.
I just know it.
Hi, this is post-production May, the May that gets added in after the fact. Did you know we have a Patreon? If you're already a Patreon subscriber, this message isn't for you. Thank you, we love you, you can tune out for this part. But if you're not, for only $3 a month, you can get access to episodes early and get a bonus episode at least once per month. The bonus episodes are like different from the regular episodes. They're a lot more unhinged, which is kind of saying something. You get access to all the ones we've already done, even if you subscribe now, so that's cool. We don't want to have to run ads during this program, because ads suck, and supporting us via the Patreon helps us not have to do that. You can check it out at patreon.com/dearpbpod if you're interested and can afford to do so. You're already supporting us by listening to the show and telling others about it, so this is kind of like a bonus thing you could do if you really like it. Okay, cool, I'm done, bye.
We need to do like deep research on our guests' backgrounds and do things that they don't inherently know.
Yep.
That's a lot of
I
effort, though.
I will not be doing that. I will instead be like, what funny title idea do I have?
That's
We're gonna go
true.
with that.
That is
think
true.
And if you
Because what
don't
else do
like
you
it,
do?
That's more fun.
you can complain on the show by being on it.
Wait. I am protesting the show by being part of it.
That's the best way to protest, is to support it.
Yeah. Right.
Any of our protesters, write that down.
If you don't like the show but would like to be on it, let us know.
Let us know. But also, if you are on the show, you gotta be professional. Don't be like, don't say mean things about us on the show. I will cry.
Yeah. I have never said one mean thing.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So the inverse of that question that got asked: what is the longest run you've ever done?
Ooh. 50 hours.
Actually?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. That was a
22
time.
hours, but over 4 days, and it wasn't like really like it wasn't the real rules of the run. I just did it for fun, or like it wasn't submittable because I took more
Right.
breaks than I'm allowed.
See, I feel like
Yeah.
I'm small time in comparison. I guess like as a stream challenge, I once did what's called a main board marathon, which is like all 6 Mario Odyssey categories on the main board back to back to back, like with breaks, but like, you know, as a marathon idea for like one stream. So that was about 26 hours. But
Ugh.
like one individual run, the longest I've done is probably just 100% of this game, which
Right.
is I think my PB's like just over 9 hours or something like that.
Yeah, I think the longest like actual run I have on a board is like not that long. Because I get a headache if I look at a screen for too long without getting up. So
That's valid.
yeah,
Yeah.
I still do
Yeah.
it. Okay, my longest one is 6 hours and 39 minutes. So
I
not
don't
that long.
know my longest one that isn't the one really long one. 13 hours I've done. 50. And then like 2. Yeah,
It's
because
a bit of a drop there.
I know all of my like long categories are kind of wrapped into like the main big one. Because I have like a 7-hour run, but that was part of the 50-hour one. So like you can't really count that. Yeah, I think my longest is like 2.5 hours, 3 maybe. Other than the 2-day
The
long
50
speed
hour,
run,
yeah.
but yeah, of course.
Yeah, I did Sword and Shield AOP with DLC mostly because I just wanted to have the complete decks in Shield
Yeah,
because I didn't have a save in that game. And they just did it over 4 days, which was
makes sense.
the right way to do that category,
Yeah, that seems like a long time.
and not the tippy way to do that category.
Remember, always do long runs in one shot.
Yeah.
That is not
Yeah.
our official advice. We are not responsible for any damages you may do to yourself, mentally or physically, as a result of listening to Spoose's advice.
I have never injured myself while playing a game.
Really?
I don't think I have.
I
I have not physically injured myself. I have gotten wrist pain and then I have stopped. But
okay. That sounds responsible. What's that
yeah,
one?
I don't know. Like I tried running
don't-
Celeste a couple months ago and was like, this hurts. Well, I tried running it again because I used to run it, but tried
This
running it
doesn't-
again. It was like, no, this is hard. I'm good.
I feel like you weren't supposed to be there.
What, out of bounds?
Yeah.
No, this
No,
is
that's
intentional.
That's exactly how the game's played. What do you mean?
Yeah. This is the casual strat, actually.
Yeah. Pretty cool, actually. That's, I think, of like all of the out of bounds tricks, the one that I just did is the most recently found. If you open that chest in a certain way, it opening just kind of pushes you outside, and
Yeah.
then you
Thanks,
just get to swim
Chest.
around. I'm actually going to go out of bounds again.
I like
Like
this one
real life.
also.
See ya.
No big deal. Yeah.
As you do. As you do. And this fish's hitbox is gigantic. Like,
Big spin.
Yeah, you just shake the controller and like the radius of the fish's hitbox expands like 3 times, and you can just grab stuff out of bounds. It's pretty cool.
This game is kind of broken in a couple ways,
A little bit,
but
right?
not
Surprisingly,
terribly.
honestly. I
Yeah,
think I talked about this on the Think Fast, because I'm like
yeah,
always surprised at like how, because this game, like, it's broken in speedrunner ways and not really casually. It's like hard to, I
Yeah.
feel like I didn't run anything weird
right.
with it.
And I
Yeah.
think this kind of wraps back around to the whole point that we made earlier about like the more eyes you have on a game, like the easier it is to route. This
Yeah,
is
the
also
faster
true
it
for stuff like this.
progresses.
Because yeah, like Super Mario Odyssey is an extremely polished game, and all the tricks that you find, aside from maybe corner clips, you're not going to run into when you're playing casually at all. Like there's just no way. It's not until you become a speedrunner and you start like trying to figure out how to mess with the game that you're going to discover stuff like this.
And then often, like, the more polished the game is, the longer it takes to find stuff like that too.
Yeah,
Because this game is 5 years old.
it is.
Did you know it's actually closer to the time Mario Odyssey came out closer to the time of the pyramids than it did to today?
Whoa!
I believe that. Yeah. Which pyramids?
The one at the Bass Pro Shop one.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Big fan of that one.
I've never been to it, but I have driven past it multiple times.
I have been to it.
Really?
It is large. I kind of accidentally went to it, which is a weird thing to say. I
How
was
do you
driving.
accidentally go to a Bass Pro Shop?
I was driving from Texas to Ohio, which was a long drive, and it was like 6 p.m. I was in Memphis, and I was like, all right, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll stop at the Tennessee Welcome Center or whatever, which is the same. It was like right next to the Bass Pro Shop pyramid. So I go there, and I like missed the exit, and I was like, well, I'll just go to the Bass Pro Shop, and then I went, and it was kind of cool.
Because it used to be an arena,
it's very
right?
large. Yeah.
I like remember it being an arena when I like was in Memphis as a child, and then it became a Bass Pro Shop. This is our Bass Pro our Bass Pro Shop Pyramid fan cast. Welcome.
I mean, it's pretty cool. It's big.
When mankind built the great wonders of the world, like the Bass Pro Shop Pyramid, and what else?
That's it. It's the 10th It's the 10th tallest pyramid in the world. And it's a Bass Pro Shop.
Is that taller than the Luxor?
No. I think the Luxor is like top 3.
I like that the Luxor both simultaneously has big casino energy, but also has big like sci-fi spaceship weapon energy because of its big beam.
Okay, so the Luxor pyramid is 107 meters tall, which would make it the 3rd tallest pyramid.
What's the tallest pyramid?
Giza, the Great Pyramid.
We just can't beat it.
Yeah, it's so great. I
have heard that.
It is in fact a great pyramid.
That is what they call it.
But yes, the Mario Odyssey was released closer to the Bass Pro Shop pyramid becoming the Bass Pro Shop pyramid than it is to today.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
That is fun.
No way.
Because the pyramid itself was built in 91, but it was converted to a Bass Pro in 2015.
Oh my.
So congrats, your throwaway joke has merit.
Yes, I love being right. What the hell?
That is funny.
That was a throwaway joke that I pivoted super hard in the middle of it too. I'm a genius.
Yeah, it's an experience. I would recommend going if you were within like a 10-minute drive of Memphis. I wouldn't recommend driving out to it, but yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's not worth going super far away for it, but it is neat. It is a Bass Pro Shop.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's my glowing review of the Bass Pro Shop pyramid. It is a Bass Pro Shop.
It has a hotel.
Oh, really?
It has a hotel in it. It's got a bowling alley.
Is the hotel also a Bass Pro Shop?
It is in the Bass Pro Shop.
Not the same.
No. And it has a archery range. So.
Dear PB, what are the best and worst things you can control in this game?
Best and worst things you can control?
Yeah, the things you could take over.
Oh, you mean
Number
like
one is the
captures?
slab of meat.
Yeah.
Absolutely, the meat slab is number
Is the best
one.
and the worst?
No,
Yes.
number one. Just it's even suggesting that it's the worst is actually kind of an affront to.
I don't remember the meat slab.
Slander.
Yeah, it's slander.
It's coming up here.
Yeah, I'm actually like literally 20 seconds away from the meat slab.
Are you ready for
Wait,
the meat slab?
is it the mutton?
Yeah, right
Like
here.
a big...
Look, it's covered in salt. There it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't
and all
know
you
about
do
this.
is just hop and get grabbed by the bird.
I didn't know about that.
Best capture of all time. The worst capture in this game, and it's not even close. Like on a scale from like 100 to 0, Yoshi is 0, and like the next worst capture is at least 50. Like at least
Really?
at least a passing grade. Yeah, Yoshi's the worst.
Yoshi can't do
Anti-Yoshi.
anything.
Yeah,
Yoshi
and
just jumps back and forth between walls.
it's such a shame because Yoshi we were talking about Super Mario World. Yoshi had such a glow up in Super Mario World and has just been going downhill ever since.
Honestly.
Because like I really want Yoshi to be a good playable character in Odyssey, but the controls just make it so frustrating. And maybe I'm just saying that with like a little bit of speedrunner bias because I want to be able to make them go fast, but you'll try and like stick your tongue on something and it'll stick it on something else, and it's just the worst. And I think it's probably not helped by the fact that like the levels that you have to play as Yoshi, usually the goal is to like eat fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Like Super Mario Sunshine.
Yeah.
Well,
It makes total sense that Yoshi's bad. It's a Super Mario Sunshine reference.
True.
Also bad.
look, Sunshine is cool if you're not playing it and instead watching someone good at it play it.
I do agree with that.
That is my perpetual take. I hate playing the game,
take.
but I love watching it.
It's a cool run of a game I never want to play. God, the turn this game takes is so unreal. Was so unreal to like experience.
Yeah, you
Suddenly
mentioned this
Skyrim.
in the GDQ show as well, but like we were in this like extremely like oversaturated, vibrant, like jungle-esque, but also like surreal, like food is everywhere and it's like really nice and bright and cheery, and then suddenly Dark Souls.
You're killing a dragon.
Hey, you're finally awake.
Yeah.
Like, I remember playing this when it came out, and then like being like, "Y'all got in here yet?"
What is happening? Am I playing the same game still?
Like, do y'all remember when they like the original Nintendo Nintendo Direct, like when they announced the Switch and this game? And they just showed New Donk City, and everyone was just like, "Oh my god, it's Mario Sonic 06."
Yes.
Yeah.
Mario's gonna kiss a human lady, even though Mario's a human, so like that's like normal. Well, is Mario human?
Mario's not human. I don't think.
I don't know actually.
Well, all right. It's a matter of, is Mario human, or are the New Donk City residents not human?
Or is he Dancer?
Because I think I think the New Donk City residents are like donkers or something, right?
Yeah, they got their donkers.
like they're like explicitly called something like not human. Yeah, they're referred to as New Donkers.
But that's like New Yorkers.
Yeah, that's.
Are you saying New Yorkers aren't human? What are you trying to say?
Kinda.
Whoa.
The Mario fandom wiki, which we all know that fandom wikis are the #1 source of facts.
That is true.
It does say they are the human species.
the #1 source of Dear PB trivia, or not Dear PB, Think Fast trivia.
Did you know that new donkers bleed raspberry jelly?
What?
I know now.
Wait,
That's a
isn't that...
callback to last week that May
Yeah.
already forgot about.
No, I was like, I'm pretty sure that's not New Donk. I'm pretty sure that's like
That was some Hello Kitty character.
Hello Kitty. I was like, I
Yeah.
think it's Kirby feels wrong. I don't think it's Kirby.
It is not. I don't think Kirby bleeds.
Kirby could never bleed because Kirby's the most powerful character in video games.
Exactly.
Kirby is invincible.
All new donkers wear gray fedoras.
That's because they're cool.
They are very cool. Fedoras are so cool.
Almost everything in this game wears a hat.
It's true. This
That
game
is
is
true,
hat based.
I
And
love
Tom
the
could never.
Pokies, or the Pokios so much.
I like
mean,
them a lot.
I might be biased because I'm a big bird fan, but yeah, I agree.
I'm also a big bird fan. Whoa.
Yeah.
Birdcast.
Yeah. Oh my god, we should just have a bird cast. What are we doing?
Just talk about
our birding podcast.
Yeah, we talk about video game birds all day.
Ooh.
Yes. What's your favorite video game bird?
Oh boy. I don't know. That's a tough one because there's a lot of birds.
It is really
out
hard.
there.
I asked it, and then I was like, I don't want to answer this because I don't actually know the answer to this question. I am a big fan of any low poly crow.
Yes.
I love when a crow has just eight triangles.
All right.
It's so
here
good.
is Game Rant's list of the 10 best birds in video games.
All right, post it in the chat so I can see these birds and rank them myself.
Number 10, Kazooie from Banjo-Kazooie.
Kazooie's good.
Good choice.
Number 9, Hedwig from Harry Potter.
No.
No. Number 8.
That's cheating. That's like being like, oh yeah, my favorite bird is the eagles from Lord of the Rings. It was in one of the games.
Number 8, Red from Angry Birds. Number 7.
I mean, we do canonically love Angry Birds on the show, so I guess I have to agree.
Number 7, the bird from Flappy Bird.
The bird from Flappy Bird is like fine.
Number 6, Trico from The Last Guardian.
What?
Nope. All right.
Number 5, Medley from The Wind Waker.
I don't remember Medley from The Wind Waker.
Yeah. Number 4, Chocobo from the Final
Chocobo's
Fantasy
good.
games.
Yep.
Number
Chocobo's
3,
good.
Donald Duck from Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts Donald Duck is admittedly quite good. That is the canonical best Donald Duck.
Number 2, Brewster from Animal Crossing.
Okay.
Brewster's not even
Good
the
choice.
best bird in Animal Crossing.
And number 1 is the goose from Untitled Goose Game.
Okay. So where is Cass? Or Rivali for that matter?
Sorry,
Where's
only one
Celeste?
Zelda rep. Celeste the
Not
bird.
not Celeste the video game. Celeste the Animal Crossing character. Actually.
Oh,
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
play with the bird from Celeste.
Celeste is probably my favorite video game bird.
Yeah, Celeste isn't the mountain, it's the bird.
It's the bird.
Yeah.
All right, Block Fort also has one. Oh, this is a much more inspired list, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
So they have King DDD as number 3.
Okay.
That's good. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like King DDD.
They have Falco at 5.
Okay.
Now, how did the other list miss Falco too? Like,
I don't know.
They
Game
have
Rant
Beat.
is
The bird from Mega Man 5 at 10.
okay.
Which, to be fair, is just an orb. So,
Whoa.
characters, birds on the Giant Bomb wiki.
Name every bird.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
There's Dyna Blade. Quite good. I like Dyna Blade. There's Blizzard from Mario Galaxy 2.
okay. The gliding sections were okay.
There's a lot of Animal Crossing villagers here. There's Jeremy Wharton from Night in the Woods.
Okay.
There is all of the pigeons in Hatoful Boyfriend.
All of them.
All of them.
Oh, there's 109 pages of birds. Okay. Wait, I'm not actually sure. Mordecai from regular show is here.
Okay,
There's Stella from Angry Birds, obviously.
good. Main character.
There's the old woman from Celeste, the video game. Is she a bird?
I don't think canonically, but I think like in Madeline's mind, they're kind of one and the same. But
Okay.
I don't think there's any canonical. Um,
There's
Yeah.
Raphael the Raven from Yoshi's Island.
I like that one. Yep. Shows up again in Paper Mario, I think, right?
I think so.
I don't know if they're the same Raven, but they're the same kind of like species of.
yeah, there's
Like-
the Raven from Thousand Year Door.
I do not think. There's Yamamura from Super Mario Maker.
Uh-huh.
I'm also a big fan of the crows that exist in Chapter 4 of the Thousand Year Door.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, those are good. All right. Related search: bird video game characters.
I had a related search for what is a gaming bird, and it gave me like game birds, like birds that are considered game.
This is the first list I found that has any Pokemon on it.
Oh, you mean like pheasants and quails?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's funny.
yeah, that makes sense.
Game
actually.
birds are native or non-native birds that historically were wild game or decorative fowl.
Well, write that down. I like this. This list is my favorite one because its number one bird is ducks, just the ones from Duck Hunt, just actual ducks.
Ducks.
Just like, yeah, ducks are pretty good.
Yeah. I support ducks.
What's the best Pokemon bird?
Oh, there's so many. Corviknight's awesome. I also like Braviary. Blaziken, if you can
Braviary's
count
cool.
that. A little bit anthropomorphic, but still a bird in my heart.
Mine's Arkin.
Okay, good bird.
I love
Fossil
The
bird.
Arkin.
20 strongest flying Pokemon ranked. Number 1,
Okay.
Rayquaza.
That's not what?
I
Please
mean,
tell me that said
that's-
flying Pokemon and not bird Pokemon.
Top
Yeah,
bird
it was
Pokemon.
flying Pokemon.
Okay.
Top 20 best bird Pokemon.
All right,
Number
yeah.
one.
From nerdbear.com.
Yeah. Number 1, Ho-Oh. I like
What?
Ho-Oh.
Ho-Oh's like fine. Ho-Oh's like
Um,
I would not rank Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh's not even like the best fire flying.
They put Fletchling at number 3 and Talonflame at number 2.
I
Kind of
respect that.
unfair.
I respect
Yeah.
that immensely.
Kind of unfair, but
I
understandable.
like Fletchling's very cute.
Talonflame is like the most goated like starting bird that they've ever had. Let's be
It's
real.
yeah. It was so good they had to
number
nerf
11.
it.
Number 11, Pidgey. Number 10, Pidgeotto. Number 9, Pidgeot. All right, come on.
A little diversity, please.
Look, sometimes you just gotta pay rent, and you're paid by the word. Okay.
I am a friend. I'm a friend. I am a fan.
Congrats
of...
on being a friend.
Yes, I did it. I'm a fan of Surfetched.
Surfetched?
Surfetched is
Oh
good.
yeah.
I like Surfetched.
I think Surfetched is cool. I like how Surfetched Sprite overlaps the Pokemon above its Sprite because it's just so tall. Big fan of that.
I think the worst starting bird in Pokemon is
Toucanon.
Toucanon. Yeah.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, such a shame, but you're
I know,
right.
it just doesn't do it for me.
It's just the toucan. It's not.
It's just a toucan.
Yeah.
Like, not really much more to say, you know.
It is in fact a bird, but like not an inspired bird.
I just have high expectations from my birds, and yeah, I just it's
Yeah,
rough.
understandable.
I hate to be like that, but what are you gonna do?
Someone's got to be
Sometimes
the
you just
authority
gotta be
on
like that.
good bird Pokemon. So
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Odyssey has a good amount of birds
Yeah.
that are nice. They
None
and,
of those lists had the Pokio on it.
well,
Pokemon
then
was good.
they're all invalid.
I agree. The Pokio
Throw
was
them
quite
all
good.
out.
Yeah, these lists are garbage. Write in with your favorite bird.
Ooh. It's very important.
It
It's
is.
for research.
We need to know. Is this is the last fight, right?
Yeah.
This Bowser? Or is there
We just-
another Bowser after this?
We just do the escape after this.
Yeah, there's the whole
Right, the
escape
escape.
sequence.
I knew there was something.
Then the game turns anime.
Nothing
That's
gets
great.
past me. That is
Yeah,
untrue. Things
the
get past
anime
me all the
single
time.
minute of the game is great.
I'm gonna see if
The
I.
anime. It's not. They're. Nintendo's been doing some anime endings for a while now. I feel.
Yeah.
Like Kirby for Gore's ending is like,
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
oh my goodness.
You could even say, well, I don't know. What is your opinion? You could even say the same thing about Breath of the Wild, because like after you beat Calamity Ganon, like that's the hard part of the fight, right? And then it just kind of finishes with this like really extremely climactic battle against this gigantic gargantuan beast. But
Yeah.
really, it's just kind of like an ending cutscene. It
Yeah.
feels like.
Shoot the arrows at the weak spots. Okay.
I guess.
Yeah. Whatever. Breath of the Wild 2, the final boss is going to be Bowser, probably.
That makes sense.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be a cool little.
It's going to be a big crossover. Nice little cameo, Easter egg. You know, only the true fans will notice.
Okay, all of the weird steel obelisk cubes. Is that ever explained?
They're tied to the moon. When you
Yeah.
beat the game, they.
I know they're tied. I know the moon spits them all out, but like.
Yeah, it doesn't really have an explanation.
They're just
Okay.
solid blocks of iron, I guess.
Yeah, and
They're
if
worth a
you
lot on the market.
probably.
Where does this fit in the canonical Mario timeline?
Is
a
there
canonical
even one?
Mario timeline? Yeah.
I don't know.
Probably not. Bowser
I would-
wins.
Are you gonna do?
I'm gonna try here. I'll go one
Yes.
more time.
Oh. What's the timeline if Tatango wins?
Oh, Tatonga, of course, in Sarasaland. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that was spooky.
Oh, I hit my head here. I'm just gonna go. That's probably the hardest trick in the run, so I'm not too fussed if I don't get it.
It is hard.
Some of the other stuff looked pretty hard, so really goes to show you.
I remember back in the day when someone was adamant that 2D skip was RNG.
Oh man, some people, some people have said some pretty interesting, very definitive statements about speedrunning this game in the past.
2D skip is only 25% chance of getting it. Just
Uh-huh.
everyone's been lucky apparently in getting it.
Oh no, there's
Yeah.
this part.
There
Yeah,
was
I ran this game for like 2 months when it came out.
Yeah, I feel like everybody has an experience with this game when it came out. Like everybody who was a speedrunner gave it a shot at least.
Pretty much, yeah.
You think they're ever gonna make another Mario game? It's been so long.
Nope.
They haven't announced anything, have they?
No.
Yeah.
I was fully expecting an announcement last E3. Or like
Well, 'cause,
last,
like, Bowser's
last
Fury has
Nintendo
such-
Direct.
Has such like the energy of this is what the next Mario is going to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are absolutely due for it.
And it's been so long.
Yeah.
5 years. What was the time between Wait, what was before? What was the time between Galaxy? Actually, I guess Galaxy 2 to
Galaxy to Galaxy 2 was 4 years.
What was
Or 3
Galaxy 2
years.
to Odyssey? That was longer, probably.
7.
Yeah, 'cause that was
Well,
a whole
you-
generation.
It's
But there
'cause you
was
had
3D World in the middle.
Yeah, you had 3D World. That was
Oh yeah, 3D World's good.
Galaxy 2 to 3D World was 3 years. 3D World to Odyssey was 4 years.
3D World's just interesting because it's different enough that it feels like a
Yeah.
its
And
own
that's
thing, you know.
that's also forgetting the timeline of the handheld consoles as well, because there were like new
True.
Super Mario Brothers games mixed in there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
Was that time?
yeah,
It
time
had been time, yeah.
time
Oh,
when we
crap.
shot out of the wire. Sorry, I should have said we were engaged in the conversation, but my timer says 101.26, which is pretty good
Nice.
for a run I haven't done in a while.
For sure.
And we were distracting you, so
That's
Yeah.
true.
yeah, that's right, Bowser.
Gotta love this ending.
What a
Peach
cutscene.
enters girl boss mode here. She just says, "Nope,
True.
neither of you. I'm
Good
good
for
on my
her.
own." Yeah, that's right. Take your fate into your own hands, Peach. You love to see it.
And just like Peach,
I
we'll now
love
be walking
that scene.
away from the end of this show. That was a segue. Where
Yeah.
can people find you, Dangers?
What's that?
Where can people find you?
Oh, where do they find me? Right here. No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa, that's where we are.
Permanent fixture.
Here I am right now. Come find me.
Once again.
Twitch.tv/dangers, dangers_TV, just about everywhere else on the internet that you can think of where content creators might appear. But yeah, I'm streaming every day except for Mondays and Fridays on Twitch, starting at about 7 p.m. Eastern and going until whenever I get sleepy. So
That's right at... nope, today's Thursday. I lied. Well, not when you hear this. When you hear this, it will be Monday, unless you're listening to it not on the day of release, in which case, I don't know what day you're listening to it, but pretend it's Monday. You can go listen... You can go watch Dangers on Twitch right now. And you can also follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/DearPBPod, where we post about who the next guests are going to be and when the episodes come out and all that fun stuff. You can also check out the Patreon at patreon.com/DearPBPod. You heard the ad for it earlier. You know what it's about. If you're watching this on YouTube and you're like, I wish it didn't have video, you can find this podcast on your podcast app of choice. And if you're listening to this on podcast app of choice, and you're like, man, I wish I could see the run, we're on YouTube. There's a link in the description. That was probably the cleanest I've ever done that outro.
That was good. That was good.
That was pretty good. You know what
Very
else
solid.
is pretty good? Rooting, as we established earlier. I think we're done.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. Don't be racist.